Hi there, this is Nat from Spa Marketing Pro, and in this short video we're going to talk about harnessing the power of Google for your spa. So does your spa have a billboard in the middle of the desert? Now what I mean by that, do you have a website, which you probably do, but is it getting traffic? Is it getting found by people who are looking for your spa services? And if it's not the case, if you're not getting a lot of traffic to your website, it's just like having a billboard in the middle of the desert. It's really not doing that much good for your business. So let's take a look at a typical search result. So I went to Google and I typed in day spa in Coquitlam. So let's say that I live in Coquitlam and I'm looking for a day spa. I might type in something very close to what that is. Now, the Google results are broken down in a few different areas. And you'll see here that we have some red circles that are highlighting the ads that are on the right and as well as the very top of the page. Okay, now these are Google AdWords, otherwise known as pay-per-click. Now you can get there if you have a pretty good budget and you want to spend money on getting there. Okay, now the thing with these ads is that for the most part, people nowadays, they know that these are ads and they know that they're going to be, sold something, and they get about 2 to 4% of all the total clicks on the page. So not that much. So even though they're at the top of the page, they don't get clicked on a whole lot because people know that they're ads. Okay, so it's definitely a very quick way to get there. You just need to throw a bunch of money at it. But in my opinion, it's not the best place to be. Now, that being said, if you have a really big budget and you want to be everywhere, then I definitely recommend doing it. But if you don't have a big budget, then I would suggest starting elsewhere. Now here, we've got Google Place business listings. And I recommend that every single business has their Google Place business listings not only claimed, but also optimized. Sometimes they'll show a different amount of how many Google Place listings there is. Now in this case they've shown 3, and you'll see it says A, B, and C, and the arrow points up to the top corner, and if you can see there's a lot of smaller red dots on there as well. Those are also spas, but of course not everyone has the big balloon by it. Okay, and so definitely you want to have a Google Places business listing. You want to make sure it's claimed, and you want to make sure that it is optimized so you can get found on Google. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about places in a second. And then next up here, the same result. Now you'll see below the ads, but above the Google Places, in this case, there is one organic listing. Now this is also a very good place to be. And sometimes these will be above or below the Google Places. Like I said, Google shows different results for different search phrases all the time. Okay, so there's 3 main areas that you can be in. The 2 that I recommend are the more organic or the Google Places listings. And like I said, if you have a big budget, then you can go ahead and buy some Google ads. Now I want you to think about, where does your spa's website appear? Now if you're nowhere on the first page, then you're missing out on a lot of potential business. Okay, so you definitely want to be on the first page of Google. Now this is a quick diagram here of traffic by Google ranking. Now the big blue piece of the pie here is position number 1. Now on average, position number 1 will get 42% of the traffic. So however many people are looking for that particular search phrase, that position 1 gets 42%. And the red piece of the pie there is for position number 2. They get about 12%. And as we go down the page, position 3, 4, and 5, and so on, just under 9%, 6, 5, 4, 3, and so on and so on. Now the light blue piece of the pie at the top of to the center left, that's actually for page 2. Okay, so what that shows us is that very few people will click beyond the first page of Google. Okay, unless people are really searching and researching for something very specific, typically they stay on the first page, and of course it's more beneficial for you to be as high up on the page as possible. So a question that a lot of business owners might ask is, are people really searching for me online? And the answer is yes, they are. And I'm going to show you how you can find out just how many people are searching for you. So here we are at the Google AdWords keyword tool. It's a free online tool that you can use to check out how many people are searching for certain phrases that would be relevant to your business. Now, in this case here, I'm going to have spa clients from all over, and of course, depending where in Canada that your spa is located, we've got a few different scenarios here. Now, I'm actually in Vancouver myself, and obviously in a big metropolis like Vancouver, that there's going to be a lot of searches in Vancouver, but we've gone for some smaller outlying areas like Coquitlam, Kamloops, Burnaby, that type of thing, and just to show you some different examples. So here you'll see that I've typed in Coquitlam spas in Coquitlam, day spa Coquitlam, Coquitlam massage, that type of thing. So people will be searching for you in a number of different ways. So the phrases might be slightly different from one phrase to the next. For example, spas in Kamloops, Kamloops spas, day spa Kamloops, nail salons Kamloops, nail salons in Kamloops, and that type of thing. So even just by adding the word in, or by adding BC, is going to return different search results. And so you want to make sure that your website is optimized for search phrases that get a lot of people searching for them and also aren't super competitive too. So you want to make sure that you're going to be able to get ranked on them, and therefore getting more traffic, more phone calls, and obviously more business from it. Now, the results that show up down below here, you'll see, so we've got Coquitlam spas in Coquitlam, for example, day spa Coquitlam, okay? So of those three, now we're going to look at local monthly searches, but of those three, day spa Coquitlam doesn't have as many. It gets around 480 per month, whereas the other Coquitlam spas and spas in Coquitlam get around 1,900 per month. Now you'll notice here on the right hand column, in this case, it's about $1.90 per click. Now that goes back to the Google AdWords or the pay-per-click stuff that I was talking about before. So every time somebody were to click on your ad, if you were to post some ads, it would cost you about $2. Now that can add up very quickly, of course. So let's just take a look here at some of the other ones. Massage in Burnaby, 2,900. Massage in Surrey, 3,600. Okay, spas in Surrey, BC, 720. So those are just some of the phrases, and of course there's a number of different ways that people are searching for your spa, depending on something more general like your city name spa, or specific services like nail salons, beauty, esthetician, massage, manicures, pedicures in city name, those types of things. So they might be getting a little bit more specific. And so people are looking for your spa, and they're doing so in a number of different ways. Now, of course, not everyone who is searching is going to find your website and click on it and call you and convert into a customer. But the more people you get in front of, the more likely that you're going to convert those into customers. Okay. So just to sum up here, there's a lot of people looking for your products and services in whatever town you're in, and you can use a tool like the Google AdWords keyword tool to find out exactly how many people are looking. So if you were to go to Google, like I am right now, and type in a search phrase that is relative to your business. So let's say that, in my case, obviously I'm a marketing company. So let's go Vancouver marketing services. Oops. Okay. Now in this case, actually, it shows me as coming up as number 2. And in actuality, I'm not number 2 on this. I am ranked for this term. I believe I'm number 3 or 4. But the point I'm trying to make here is that Google knows your IP address of your computer, and if you frequent a website often, it knows that you like that website, and often it will actually show you higher results, or it will show that website higher up in the rankings than it normally would, okay? And so the reason I'm showing you that is because if you go to your website often, which you probably do, and you type in certain search phrases that are relative to your spa, there's a good chance that it's going to show up higher than what it actually is. So what you want to do is use an IP blocking service. And in this case, there's a free website. It's called hidemyass.com. Now, I apologize for the profanity in there. But basically, so this is a way to figure out exactly, where you are ranked, okay? Now, in this case, the default is google.com, and we want to use google.ca because we're in Canada. And so what we're going to do here, I already have a list of a few different ones here. And I'm just going to type in a phrase here. And So this one right here, the #1 position, this is an organic listing. This is one of my clients here, okay? So the #1 organic listing. And then you'll notice that there's the Google Places below. Now, again, they only show 3 this time, and my client is also #1 here. So they have 2 listings, #1 and 2, for a main phrase, okay? So that's really important. Now, in this case here, they are the B position, so the #2 of Google Places, okay? So you can tell that they're probably getting a lot of traffic from that. And actually, they're also down below as well. So again, this is a second search phrase, but they also have 2 listings on the first page of Google, and they're getting good traffic from it. We'll try one more here from the same client. And this one here, they are in the D position of Google Places for a different term altogether, okay? So this is for massage. The last one was for nail salons, okay? And again, here is their website, again, right underneath the Google Places business listings. So again, they have 2 positions on the first page of Google. So very good. So here's another one for another client of mine. And here is their website right here in the E position on Google Places, okay? Now here's another term for laser hair removal, so this is for a different service. And again, they're in the Google Places business listing, and also a secondary listing down below. So again, they've got 2 places on Google all wrapped up. So one in the Google Places and one in the organic. And so here's another one. So it's Best Nail Salon, Surrey, BC. And so I am using the IP blocking service here just to show you. And but you'll see that this is actually a video. It's kind of grayed out. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like here in Google itself. Okay. So this is actually not their website, but it's a video that is ranked. Now what's cool, now first of all, it's in the #2 position, so that's great. But you'll notice on the whole page here, what stands out the most? The video, right? That thumbnail of the video, it has, I mean, it's a nice big bold image, it's got color, and of course people like video, so it gets clicked on a lot. So we can optimize your Google Places business listing and your website, of course, which we've shown you before, but we can also do it with your video. Now in this case, we actually shot the video as well. So if you need a video shot for your company, we can do that as well. And again, down below here, we have another listing, another page on their website for them. So my point by showing this is not to brag or anything like that. It's just to show you that I can get your spa ranked in a number of different ways for a number of different phrases that people would be looking for your spa. And of course, you know, my clients, they don't have a billboard in the middle of the desert. Their website is actually working for them. It's getting traffic, which turns into phone calls and sales, and they're making more money because of it, okay? So that's what I wanted to show you in this video. And so if you want to get more traffic, more phone calls, and more sales for your spa, then call Spa Marketing Pro today at 855-245-6966. Of course, if you have any questions about anything with internet marketing, we'd love to help you out. So give us a shout today. We'd love to work with you and bring you on board as a client. Thanks so much. Hope you found value in this video.